Hi, I'm Lori Lowenthal. I'm a physical therapist assistant and registered yoga teacher. And today I want to show you a brief sequence that you can do to help with symptoms of osteoarthritis. So this will be a standing practice mostly, and if you want, you can grab a yoga block for a prop, or you don't even really need a block. You can use a chair, a piece of furniture, even a wall to help you balance. So grab whatever you need and come join me. We'll start out, if you have a yoga mat, you can start out at the front of the mat. If you don't, just make sure there's some room behind you to move. And we'll just start out with a little bit of breath. So as you're ready, come to a standing position, feet parallel to each other, hip distance apart. And if you like, you can allow the eyes to close. If you're concerned about balance, just maybe have a soft gaze somewhere. And we'll just take a few inhales and exhales through the nose. You don't need to alter the breath. Maybe just begin to realize, assess what the breath is doing. Notice the pace and the rhythm of the breath. And then as you inhale again, allow the breath to lengthen just a little bit. On the exhale, try to match the length of the exhale to the length of the inhale. And just take a few more gentle breaths this way, trying to match the length of inhale and exhale to each other. And then you can allow the eyes to open if you have closed them, and just bring the hands to the heart. And as we inhale, we'll extend the arms up. Go ahead and clasp the hands together. I'll turn to face you. And reach with the arms, really lengthening the spine. As you exhale, fold over to the right for a little side bend. You can press into that left foot for a little bit more stretch on the left side body. Maybe even reaching out with the fingertips a little bit more towards the right. And we'll just hold here for a breath or so. And then inhaling back up, reaching way high with the arms. And then as you're ready on the exhale, folding to the left, pressing into that right foot. Lengthening, lengthening, lengthening. Just feels so good to stretch out the spine a little bit. And then coming back to center, exhaling, bringing the hands to the heart. And go ahead and step that right foot back. So left foot is forward, right foot is back. Hips are facing more or less the front edge of the mat. You can adjust the angle of your back foot to make that happen. And you can also adjust your stance, maybe widening it just to feel a little bit more supported. Also, if you have a chair and you're concerned about balance, you can have the chair in front of your mat with the back towards you so that you have something to hold on to if you would like. Go ahead and bend into that left knee. And as you look down, make sure you can see the big toe and part of the second toe of that front foot. Tuck the tailbone under here. Tighten the belly. So it's just as if you're bracing your belly against harm. If someone was to punch you in the belly, you have a nice strong core protecting the spine. Bring your hands out, palms facing forward. And as you inhale, bring the arms backwards and up, opening those shoulder blades. As the arms come up, let the shoulder blades relax. Really pressing into the feet here. Tightening the belly. Maybe you do a little tiny back bend, just letting the thumbs drift back as the gaze lifts. It doesn't have to be anything huge. It doesn't have to be anything at all, in fact. Taking a breath here in your Virabhadrasana or Warrior One. Come back to center if you did the back bend. Bring the hands to the heart. And you can bring the hands down if you want to keep them, bend your hips for a little bit more balance. See if you can lift that back heel. Heel is pointing back behind you. And then maybe you sink a little deeper, coming into a lunge. If you are challenged with your balance, you can just start to focus on your breath. Slow, steady breath here. Find a spot to gaze at that's not moving, maybe a spot on the floor or something. And of course, if you did bring a chair in front of you, you can always just place fingertips on that chair. Tighten the belly here. And we'll just bring the hands to the heart and we'll just take a breath or so, maybe a couple breaths here. Just working on our balance, getting those bones nice and strong. It's really good for arthritis to have some balance poses, stuff going on your feet. Go ahead and release the hands. You can bring the foot back down. And then just step forward. Give your hips a little shake, a little shimmy. Take a breath in and out. As you're ready, you'll step that left foot back. Hips again, work their way towards the front edge of the mat. Bend into that right knee. Take a look down. Make sure you can see big toe, second toe. Tuck the tailbone under. Tighten the belly. Palms come forward, arms by your sides. Again, find that spot to gaze at that's not moving. And as you inhale, arms come backwards and up, opening the heart. Shoulder blades relax here. Breathing here in our nice strong warrior. Press into those feet. Maybe you do that back bend. Maybe you lift through the heart. The thumbs drift back as the gaze lifts. Doesn't have to be huge. And then if you're bending, come back to center. Hands come to the heart. Take a breath here. Bring the hands down. Maybe you find that lunge so that left heel works its way backwards, coming onto the ball of the foot. Make sure you're not on the toes. The ball of the foot is better. Again, tighten the belly here. Maybe you bring the arms up. Maybe you sink a little deeper into this. Steady breath. Steady gaze. And then hands come to the heart. Foot comes down. Find your way to the front of the mat. Feet are parallel, hip distance apart. Inhale the hands up. Clasp them together. One more time, we'll inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold over towards the right, pressing into that left foot. Maybe reaching with the left fingertips. Taking a few breaths. And then inhale back up to center. Exhale, other side. Inhale, center. Exhale, hands come down. Take just a nice little breath here. And we're going to go ahead and just hinge at the hips, just as if you're bowing forward. Soft knees here. And then go ahead and bend the knees, just like you're sitting back into a chair. Tuck the tailbone under a little bit. Weight is more in the heels than in the balls of the feet. Hold and breathe here in Uttanasana. Utkatasana, chair pose. Again, if you have an actual chair in front of you and you need that for balance, feel free to do that. If you want a little bit more challenge, you can lift those arms up, tuck the belly in here, tightening the belly, steady breath. Great posture for those leg muscles. And then wherever you are, go ahead and bring the hands back to the heart. Inhale, straighten the knees, arms come up. We'll find that side bend again. Inhaling to center, reaching. Exhaling, other side. Coming back to center. Hands come to the heart. We'll find our chair pose one more time. So hinge at your hips. Soften the knees. Bend the knees. Weight in the heels. Tighten the tummy. You can stay here or find whatever arm variation. Another way to do the arms is you can cactus the arms out to the side. A little bit of a shoulder blade squeeze. Some people find this a little bit more accessible than reaching them up. So just find whatever works for you. Steady the breath. Steady the gaze. And then wherever the arms are, go ahead and bring them to the heart. Inhale, come back up. And we'll just go ahead and begin to focus once again on the breath. So breathing in and out through the nose. You can soften the eyes or close the eyes if you like. If you'd like to sit down and just take a few breaths, also totally fine and rather nice. So inhaling and exhaling through the nose. As you exhale, try just to relax the muscles. Maybe even making that exhale a little longer than the inhale. And then we'll go ahead and close this practice. Thank you so much for joining me today for just a little quick yoga to help with arthritis symptoms. Again, my name is Lori Lowenthal. You can see more of my stuff at wellnesswithlori.com. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.